straighten you up. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kian and I'm about to embark on a 50-mile race, which translates to about 80 kilometers. And this series is going to show the whole training, the highs, lows, and everything in between. This will be my first ultra in a 50-mile distance. I did do one other trail run back in 2019. That was a 55 kilometer, and so I've never done anything more than that. I don't think it's impossible. I think it's going to be a very big challenge. This is what I'm aiming for in this series. So to recap so far, basically I'm in maintenance mode right now because my base training doesn't start until April 28th. Trying to get back on my feet after a period of no running, and so next week we're going to Japan, so I have about 10 days of just vacation before going into our base training. When I start training properly for this race, I'm going to be following a 100-kilometer plan because that's all that runner supports. They don't support an 80-kilometer race. I'm going to do the 100-kilometer plan but then reduce it by 25%, and then I'm going to be using CrossFit to do some cross training, build up some strength, and help keep those knees, ankles, glutes, and everything super strong to prevent any injuries. So what I mentioned in my last video is how I'm trying to introduce some elevation into my training because where I live is flat and below sea level. So if I ever want some elevation, I have to cross a bridge or drive to that location. So now I'm just trying to slowly introduce some elevation so I can get my body used to it, build up some strength and endurance on running uphill because the race is going to be a very hilly one. So last Sunday I did have a 16-kilometer run to do, and so I decided to take that to the trails despite the horrible weather, just so I can get some elevation. Raining again, which of course I'm doing my long run, and that's why I'm like playing tunes to get me hyped up to go out in this rain. But today on the plan I have a 16k progression run, but I'm switching that up and I'm just gonna do an easy pace here on the trails because I'm incorporating some in elevation and I'm definitely not going to be able to hit any of these progression paces, so I'm just going to take it easy. It's going to be a wet one, so just going to try and enjoy it as much as I can. This is going to be a good one. Typical. Okay, let's go. It's going to be wet. Nothing we can do about it, we just gotta push through. Okay, let's go. Woo. Wet. Steep hill. Expecting so many stairs. Holy crap. This view though is nice. It's still raining so hard. Now it just quickly changed, but what was supposed to be a 16-kilometer run today turned out to be a 17.6. So I'm not sure how an additional kilometer ended up on this course. Maybe I took a wrong turn way too many times, but because I had programmed a 16-kilometer course, so that's really weird that it ended up being 17 kilometers. But it actually wasn't as bad despite the rain. You know, I was able to just get through it. I just kept walking on the uphill fast as I could and then just tried to run downhill as fast as I could. So I mean, I felt like I kept a good pace. I'm so glad I brought some gels with me because I actually ended up like eating them all, and yeah, that saved me. And so I was definitely starting to feel fatigued just from lack of energy. And so now, thankfully, I packed a hot chocolate, so I'm going to enjoy this for a few moments before I get home. So to recap the rest of the week, on Tuesday I had a 9K easy run. It was pissing rain again. I just kept it nice and easy, did it in my home area where it was nice and flat. On Wednesday I had a tempo 2K repeats. This I was dreading all day because I knew it was going to be really sore, because I was doing 2 reps of 2K at a 3:55 kilometer pace, and that is usually pretty hard for me. I was a bit apprehensive going into this workout, but I managed to hit the target, not quite the pace. I did do a 3:56 and for both, so it's really good that I was able to be consistent on this run, so I'm pretty happy about that. Thursday I didn't do anything, just did my typical mobility session. On Friday I had intervals programmed, and for this workout I was doing 600s into 200s, so 6 sets consisting of 600 meters at a 3:40 pace. And then after those 6 sets are completed, we go into 6 sets of 200 meters at a 3:25 kilometer pace. I just finished the warm-up, and now I have a minute 30 rest before I start the sets. First 600 meters done. We're resting for 90 seconds and then we go again. Third one down. I had to turn my hat around because it was causing me drag. Brutal. Okay, recover, catch my breath. There we go again. Holy crap. So that's all the sets of 600 done. And now we have rest before we do the 200 meters. Brutal. Whew, that was tough. First set done. Actually didn't feel so bad. I like when it's 200 meters because it's like you get to go really fast and then it's over before you know it, so yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go again, 15 seconds. I just ran past some chickens. It's so random. Okay, all 6 sets of 200 meters done. Oh, I'm so much better at going fast, but at a short distance, than slightly fast for a longer duration. But those 600 meters were so hard. But like those 200 meters felt so good, and I was like pushing faster than what the pace was telling me to. I guess I got those fast twitch muscles, which are probably from CrossFit. But anyway, now got a 1.8 cool down. It's kind of like raining again, which is weird. Okay, let's go. This one, I was really happy with how it turned out. I waited really late into the day to do this workout, and I really felt it because I was just sitting down at work all day. So on the 600 meters, I was super consistent and hit close to the target. Then when it came to the 200 meter efforts, I was able to hit all the paces pretty consistently. So I was pretty happy with that. Today I had a 10K easy run to do, and I decided to take it to the trails. I did go to a lake. There's not really any massive elevation changes, but I just decided to keep it easy today. It was a nice sunny run, which was a huge contrast to last Sunday's run. This is the second to last week in this plan. We actually go to Japan next week, and so I'm supposed to do a 5K time trial next week, but because we'll be away, I don't think that will actually happen. When we go away on vacation, it is our time to relax. We never really prioritize working out, but Em does have an Ironman soon, so she is hoping to train while we're there. But for me, my base training doesn't start until the day we return, so it's like perfect timing for me. So I might just do a little bit. I know I hear you walk a lot in Japan, so at least we'll get some time on our feet. But right now it's such a nice day, so I'm just gonna go and enjoy this easy 10K. So let's go. In so far, so nice. So 10K done. Finished in 53 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah, just took it nice and easy. Had an average pace of 5:18, which is pretty nice. You know, a lot different from last week's long run, which was in the torrential rain. And so, yeah, I just went out and enjoyed today. Such a nice day. The past few weeks have been really fun, just getting back onto my legs, getting into some of the trails. I love that I don't have to worry about a pace. You can just kind of go as slow as you want, and it's not about running fast, and you get to just enjoy the ride, enjoy the beautiful scenery. And yeah, I'm excited to start doing my even longer runs where I'll be going into different mountains and having amazing views. And so I'm excited to capture all that. So stay tuned for later videos where I'll be showcasing all my training, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. But that's it for now. We're gonna go get ready for our trip to Japan, which is, we're flying in a couple of more days, so super excited too, because I've always wanted to go to Japan. And yeah, so that's it. We'll see you in a later video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.